If you've ever gotten a penetration test report that came back clean, or nearly clean, you might want to hear what Chris Brown, Vice President Commercial Services at Point Solution Security, has to say about what's actually being sold under that label.
I think in today's day and age, a lot of people are taking advantage of the phrase penetration testing and essentially running a scan, like a vulnerability scan to find, hey, what could be a problem? I mean, that's a dime a dozen. You could just spend $500 and buy that tool yourself and just kind of upload it. Real penetration testing, which we do, is a deep understanding of the infrastructure and then attacking the weak points and seeing what you can exploit. And once something is exploited, seeing where you can go from there. It's very much a parallel to how cyber warfare is conducted. And I think when we look back at our target market of, small to medium-sized businesses and lower mid-market enterprises, these are people who they genuinely could be attacked and don't have the resources. So it's like, let's find out, it's sparring versus like you're going to get punched in the mouth, but it's a friend that's doing it. We're going to teach you how to not get punched in the mouth, but you're going to get it, versus somebody who's doing the exact same type of work, who's like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you how to fix it. And I'm not going to tell you if I steal shit. That should be the parallel. And anybody who's getting a pen test that isn't meeting that mark, that's an issue. So a lot of our clients will start being like, okay, here's the specific thing, like it's for compliance and that's fine and we'll do it, whatever. But the people who really give a shit about security and want to get better, we'll have these conversations and they'll start saying, here's some domains, here's some, and we're like, we don't care. Like, don't tell us because like, we're going to attack you from the outside in. Let's see what we can find on our own before you start saying, there's a door over here, there's a window up here. It's just like, no, we're just going to taste the neighborhood for a little bit and start throwing rocks at your windows and seeing what happens.
Chris describes what separates a real pen test from a scan with a fancy label. But what does it actually look like when a PSS analyst gets to work? Angelina House shows us.
Once we get into things, there's a lot of stuff that we know that we're going to find pretty quickly. It's going to be like if we're doing a web app pen test, so then it's going to be your security headers and your files and like certain things being outdated. It's going to be very small things like that can be a backdoor of how we can get in. Every single pen test is going to be different, but it's just small things that you wouldn't really think about or that a client doesn't even know about. Because a lot of the times we have clients who will come to us and we're like, no, we're super secure. Like, we just have to do this for auditing perspective or anything like that. And we end up getting them wide open. It can be tiny things of like not securing printers on their own separate network. It can be tiny things of like it's literal lines in like an HTML script that can get us through, logins, fuzzing, things like that. It's the small things that you wouldn't exactly think about. And it's also, if it's not automatically built in, then it's not going to be something that you really go back in and have to go fix unless we tell you that it's like, hey, this is a problem.
You mentioned fuzzing. What is that? Sorry.
Fuzzing, so it's just a type of like for logins we can fuzz passwords and get in. It's basically like a brute force of kind of forcing our way in, because if a login page isn't secure, we can force our way in. We could kind of, if there's not strong passwords being used, if there's like generic passwords like admin1234, which does get used a lot, there's ways for us to get in. There's emails that are on the pages that on websites that shouldn't be there for like external and things like that. We do a bunch of different pen tests, so it's a lot of the little things that you wouldn't really think about. But one thing that we're really good at is all of our pen testing is done by us. We don't do automated pen testing. If we find something, we go down that rabbit hole. We'll make sure that if we do find something, it's documented and we go from there. So all of our pen tests are going to be really thorough. With other companies, I think that is something that does make us stand out. Is it's literally our CISO Rick. We have a couple other pen testers on the team that will do some things, and then also myself. I help out where I can, but everything is super thorough and like communicated properly to the client of like, this is what's wrong. I know you're probably not the most technical and you might not understand what we're saying, but this is how it is, like the most simple way possible where you still understand what's happening, what needs to be remediated, and like the level of importance of it.
So PSS finds the things you didn't know were there. What happens next? When the findings report lands and your team has to decide what to do with it. Paige Goss walks through exactly that.
I think you get 3 different responses. One, oh my God, thank you so much. I now know where I need to focus.
Yeah.
You get one that's like, oh dear God, we're in trouble. Or you get one of like, it's not that bad. We'll fix it when we fix it. So like you get these varying responses and all of them are okay depending on what they are. But I think almost all of our clients have a deep appreciation for the level of investment that we put into each of these tests. Like we got feedback that, you know, some of our testing is the best that companies have ever had. And I mean, that's just tremendous feedback. And it shows that our team really does care, right? Like we could check a box every single time, but our team doesn't believe that that's valuable, nor do I. And so I think our clients start to see the more they work with us that we really, truly want to provide value. And that means that we're going to dig in and give them everything that we possibly can.
Oh, that's great. I feel like for the second 2 examples of responses you gave, like what if someone says, oh dear God, we're screwed, what do you say in response, like challenge that thought or get them to feel a bit less overwhelmed?
Yeah, I think it's twofold. One, better us than them, right? Is our very, like it's best that we found this and we have what we need to go fix. And second is we're here to help them. And so, you know, we provide recommendations for every single fix. So once they sort of come out of that, there's a lot of work to do, that you can do it, that they can do it themselves, they can do it with us, or we can do it. And so we provide them options of how to move forward. And I think a lot of times with technology, it's like it's just go this way. You're like, well, that's not really true, right? You have options on all of this. And I believe that as a human, I would much rather be presented options than told what to do. And so we do the same for our clients.
So it's like when you give the recommendations after you find like different issues, you always give a range of things so they could choose what works best for them?
Yep, exactly. Always.